We're gonna have Psycho on Sorry, and wait, let me just make sure. Is this cropped right? Yeah, it is. And 3, 2, 1, Planet.
Starting off at statues. I feel like this is better sometimes. Just get over with statues. You're gonna get the highlight either way.
You think so?
I mean, I think it depends, right? Like, you will eventually do statues.
Sometimes I've got courtyard wins where I did no statues. If you can get like bug and fingerprint. But now you're the only highlight, so you're just gonna be watched. I mean, that split becomes a lot more obvious because you're the only highlight.
Yeah, and I think we were on screen as well for the split.
Yeah, we were.
We're being offered, we just innocently reject.
I would
I
say
think.
we suspiciously rejected.
Do you think that a lot of people put suspicion on first reject, especially if you're a highlight?
I do. Any rejects, I think, are suspicious.
Nice redirect there by Pearls, though Gabrio doesn't seem to low like that. Alice picks up a highlight as well for going to statues. And we have contact inspect and 34% floor, but what's going to be our fort? Do you think it's going to be bug?
I don't think Psycho knows what it's gonna be yet. I don't think I highlight on courtyard for statue inspect either anymore. Because, like you said, everyone's gonna get it. I just remember, and I think I highlight for fingerprints.
Yeah, that works since fingerprint is the soft tell, hard tell kind of thing on courtyard.
Hmm.
85% flirt. But we got 1 minute and almost 10 seconds left, so we need to figure out what we're going to do.
I'm gonna go over to the window and reset our flirt cooldown. I think he's gonna try and head back there and finish it. No, we're gonna head into another window pad. Probably checking out which statue the ambassador's at, planning for a fingerprint.
Yeah, but with 50 seconds left, it's kind of hard to get that second one.
Yeah, we'd have to get a bit lucky. Take a trip around courtyard back to our seduction target. We're going to finish that up and then try to determine what our fourth mission is going to be. It's going to have to be like a purloin or a frame swap or a timeout.
Yeah, we could swap for Alice here. But at this point in the game, I think Gabrio will just stare at
Requested a
that
drink.
statue.
Going for purloin, we do get the quick green. I believe Gabrio here is probably watching statue. Because purloin is so bad on this venue, it's not watched as much, but Gabrio's on top of it, takes the shot instantly onto Psycho. Oh, I have autoplay on. Let me fix that.
Good shot. Unlucky that the SDA took the drink immediately after as well.
Yeah, so player 1, Gabrio up 1-0. Pretty expected on courtyard for now. Next game is loaded up with Gabrio on one of the twins in 3, 2, 1. Planet. Looks like plane twin. Nice bounce by Gabrio. I wish I could do that.
We finally flirt for a 51% nice green test there.
Yeah, great opening by Gabrio. He gets a nice bounce, lands next to ST, gets 51% flirt. Everything looking really good so far. And we're just going to hang out. No reason to leave here unless our ST does. May as well try and get flirt done. General just took a fingerprint from the briefcase, and Irish has been to statues on courtyard, especially because it's a little bit of a smaller venue, or it's a little bit easier to track. You want to kind of pay attention to the other AI and mission track for them. That way, when you go for your banana bread, you don't exclude them.
Yeah, General's really active. One fingerprint, he gets the highlight for it, and now he's doing the inspects as well.
Yeah, good frame target. We do finish up flirt pretty nicely at 205. heading into the double agent. We're likely going to wait a little bit and then go for our contact. Hopefully we wait for General to be in a conversation and ideally wait for him to talk. We are going to go for the white banana bread as General's getting his second fingerprint. This is terrible.
Oh my god,
And
this is so unfortunate. Shooting at the moment that BB is hurt.
yeah, that's very unfortunate. That's the worst as sniper when you hit the button and banana bread goes off. The reason that this is terrible for those unaware is because banana bread is muttered here. It means that General cannot be the spy, so he's shooting someone that is guaranteed to not be the spy, but it's a little bit too late. Um, and it, I mean, it sucks for Psycho the timing on that, but it is a little bit of his own fault. I mean, he's shooting before 4 missions, right? Inspect
Yeah,
fingerprint. He didn't have time to seduce.
that
Even
was
if
a
he had
really
bug, I mean, it's too early of a shot.
yeah, definitely. And would a spy even do that fast? Briefcase statues into immediate briefcase.
Yeah, no, I mean it'd have to be some kind of like mind game or mix up. Like, of course you wouldn't expect me to do this because so I'm gonna do it. And I
Yeah.
don't they haven't, dove into that as of yet.
Well,
Um,
he was watching for bug. It's clear that General couldn't have possibly bugged there, and so he had basically just fingerprint and inspect. No seduce, as you said, because he was just walking around.
yeah. At most he had 3 missions.
Yeah.
Next game is loaded up. Psycho on Mom in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
So right now we're 2-0 for Gabrio. So we need to hopefully get a spy win as Psycho here. 21% flirt and white test purloin.
White test purloin. To me, this reads as playing on tilt. I mean, I just don't see much of a reason to go for a white purloin with no. I don't think there were any rejects prior. This early on courtyard, you're pretty much just giving up. I mean, if that's not green, and even if it is green, it's still a little early.
Yeah, and we're the only highlight. Here come a few lowlights. Gabrio not sure as who could have possibly rejected maybe. So not sure on the fade.
Yes,
But I think that we're dead on a BB inspect, for example, here.
there's no way we're finishing. I think Psycho may be a little frustrated by that shot on General.
Could be, could be.
That's a moment where you got to just pause, take 60 seconds for yourself, take a deep breath, step away, whatever you need to do to kind of, recompose yourself and not let it affect your next game, because that's what it looks like to me, unless the purloin was an accident or unless he really meant to, but I'd say it's a pretty ill-advised purloin on courtyard. Captain Batch, no, we don't have picks and bans. The draft, they like moved rooms and we didn't get the code or something. Flirt up
White
to
test
55.
for, yeah, 55.
At this point, we're likely paired with Oprah.
We are also constantly kept on screen. We can't even like time out and maybe hope that the sniper thinks it might be someone else, and we as STL maybe just took a green.
Yeah, we've got to find a way to get a guaranteed fake BB, a good fake BB, and then we've got to find a way to get like a swap off that frames somebody. But with Psycho heading into the conversation that has the double agent in it, I think Psycho doesn't realize he's the only suspect because he's going for BB. It is green, which is very nice here. We're still going to get real BB credit.
Yeah, but we were just getting shot for it. Doesn't even wait for more confirmation.
Yeah, that's a situation where you've got to know you're the only suspect with, a white purloin and you could feel the laser. And after that, you've got to do a lot to try and win that round. He may just be wanting to move on to the next one. I'm not sure. Next game is up. We're going to have Gabrio on Alice in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. So we're up Gabrio 3-0. Hoping that Courtyard is Gabrio's double.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate if it's Psycho's pick. General picks up a highlight. Hopefully we hold the shot a bit longer this game.
Gabrio definitely should have either picked General or made General the ST and framed, and just keep General in like every round in some way. just to
Yeah,
really tilt him.
yeah. We get the 51% flirt again. Gabrio really hitting those green tests today. Heading next to our double agent.
Let's
I
see if we
think we
can.
can.
Let's see if we can beat our time from last round. Last round we finished flirt at 2:05. I feel like we might go for banana bread here since we're hanging out with the double agent for so long.
Yeah, the combos seem quite full. We could wait for Salmon here to join since Gabrio is not aware that Rocker's on the other side.
Reverse drive by option if Ambo wants to come past us. I don't think that would have taken.
We do get the BB. General stays a highlight. Salmon stays a highlight.
We pick
Even
up
though
a
I
low
think it
light.
was out. Did he? For me, he's a highlight.
I'm sorry, Alice picks up a low light.
Oh. Do we know what for? I was watching the sniper a little
No,
bit.
no. I mean, Psycho could be looking at it and saying, okay, Alice was with the double agent a while before the banana bread and a little bit after, so maybe not the spy, but questionable low light. I mean, I see, I could see why because, someone that's kind of with the double agent for a while before the banana bread they look a little bit less suspicious. We are gonna go for a white purloin, so maybe
It's off
Gabrio
camera.
realizing he's a low light.
It's off camera, not seen, and not the best situation for sykosloth here since he's not sure who could have done it. We
Okay,
split into statues to gulp and do inspects, and I think we can even inspect swap here.
yeah,
But
and
I think flirt's the best option here, and if you don't hit the flirt, then go for it.
the rotate out of that combo into statue was perfect timing by Gabrio. It was right before Psycho started to rotate, and so it really didn't. It was never even noticed having a drink.
It doesn't even matter. Psycho shoots twin.
Yep, Sif shot on a twin. At that point, I think 30 seconds left. A purloin is on screen. He's likely, figuring he needs to shoot because he's probably close to mission win countdown.
I think we caught up to them because I don't see the option to
Yeah, I've got
rotate.
escape to lobby or stay here. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be a wait for next? Did they remake their lobby maybe?
The match is over. Quit spectating. I don't know.
Where do you see that option? Oh.
Above, so it says the match is over. Quit spectating. Stay here.
Psycho
Escape to
left
lobby.
lobby in game. Okay, I'm gonna escape to lobby. Gabriel and Psycho. Rejoining. Okay, I'm in their new one. Waiting for it to start.
Join as well.
Probably remaking lobby to reduce sliding or something like that.
So 4-0 and we're on to the second double.
Yeah, really hoping that was not Psycho's. If that's Psycho's double, that's a very hard kind of mental mountain to climb, going down 0-4 on your double.
And if you're right about that Purloin tilt play, then kind of hard to.
And we had what, 2 sip shots by Psycho on both of his sniper rounds, right? To win in
Yeah.
general.
Flip shots, and I don't think that was there a mission win.
Um,
No,
no,
it
there
was just
can't
two
have
slip
been.
shots.
Yeah,
2 slip shots and Gabrio sniper.
right. Sip shots. Yeah, Gabrio really pulling ahead here. His not only was his sniper gameplay just on point, as to be expected on Courtyard, but also his spy gameplay on Courtyard. He was hitting a lot of those action tests he got on his first spy game. He got flirt done at 205. His second spy game, he hit that 51% early, and then kind of waited for a nice banana bread setup. So He's looking really sharp. I mean, Sykosloth is really going to have to pull it together to kind of deal with what Gabrio's got going right now.
Yeah. And he can. It's just 4-0. You can still have a good comeback.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about, like, in SCL that we play, like, 4 points worth of each person's double. I don't know if I like the double map back to back. I almost would want to play, like, two of your double, then two of your opponents, and then go back to something. Something to that. I'm not sure if I like it, but alright, game is up. I gotta switch this stuff here.
Have balcony.
Yeah, we do have balcony. Okay, so we're gonna be loading in with Psycho on Salmon in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
A controlled into the window. We take control.
Laser burning right on Salmon here.
Yeah, but it's normal. You're next to the general, to the ambassador. We join next to our seduction target, and we wait to flirt. Gabrio highlight queen and text. We get the 51% flirt, which is really good. It's our first talk as well.
What do you think of Queen's position here?
I think it's if she spawned there, it's normal. I think she spawned there and she doubled, not double talked, but talked again really quick. So
And the end of red.
not a suspicion of anything. Tex is talking during the BB, so for him it's a white, and we do get the low light. So I think the most suspicious right now is Tex.
So this is very winnable here. All we've got to do is wait for this flirt and land the green, and we are in a really great position to win. If we
Yeah.
do land the white, it's still not terrible because we're low lit, but you could get brought back up.
Safety off onto Tex, who's again talking. Gabrio really suspicious of him. We hit the white. We test ignored. We didn't do the action test.
He was maybe too afraid to hit the red, so he's just going to take the guaranteed and then go for the reset. Not sure if I agree with that. I mean, I always prefer to go for the green, even if I don't need it.
Yeah, yeah. And even if you hit the red, just chase the seduction to the window and hope for the best.
And this is why you go for the green. I don't even know if that's going to be close enough.
It is.
Now
If
we
it's a
go for the
green.
green seduce.
Mission win countdown. We're still a low light, and shot comes off onto Tex.
That's funny that on that one where you need the green, you go for it and you land it. Where like if you're gonna go for a green, just go for the first one.
Yeah,
But either way, it works out.
maybe he clicked too late or didn't take. I sometimes have that kind of like glitch where I right click, but it doesn't really do the action test.
Okay. Well, I'm checking to see if it's queen. Queen did spawn there. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way for an AI to go into that far into the center unless they spawn there.
Yeah, a player can spawn there, right?
Yeah, they can spawn like right in the middle.
And yeah, the whole game we're really just suspicious of Tex. He's very active. He talks a lot. It makes sense.
Yeah, he had the white BB as well. No one else was talking. Only he was talking during the BB, and it was a white for him. So that shot makes sense for Gabriel there.
Right. Okay. Next game is loaded up. We're gonna have Gabrio on Kane in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Expecting to see a bug here.
Not from this angle. We're still AI controlled. And we were talking, and we get the highlight for being one of the first talkers, even though we didn't even flirt. It was just a innocent talk.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And the end of
We
red.
reject. We do get the green BB. It's a CBB for Sari. It should have lowered suspicion on her. Yeah, and she does get the low line.
I would have liked to have seen a drink take there instead of rejecting into the green BB. Just go for your banana bread and then grab a drink because the sniper may not notice the timing and think that you were taking a drink while it went off.
Yeah, it could potentially lower your suspicion a lot.
Yeah, and I mean even if you land the white, it's just gonna cut your enemy. There's just no downside, I don't think, unless you really do plan on going for bug. But Kane holds the drink in his right hand, and I think you want to bug with your left hand anyways.
Yeah, and we don't have any flirt, and we're under the minute mark, and we only have contact here. I think we're hoping for a safe shot. Now, Psycho does have 4 highlights, as Gabrio being one of them.
I'm telling you, you pick Kane because you want to get that nasty bug off.
I mean, obviously, we could bug here. We should have just hit to bug when he entered into us.
Bug or Twitch bug? You need to hurry up and go for it. Go for a talk animation. Talk bug talk maybe.
We don't take the bug.
Yeah, we needed that. There's no way we're
We
finishing flirt.
we could have done the reverse drive by, and we would have been standing while the umpire went into us. It was our only hope for a mission win. Right now, we just gotta hope Psycho doesn't hold his shot. We could
Oh,
bug here.
Kane does hold the drink in his Kane side hand. We got the free bug set up, but Psycho goes for the antsy shot onto boots.
Unfortunate, and Gabrio goes 5-1.
5-1, yeah. Next game loaded up. We're gonna have Psycho on queen in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Flirt.
Seek is our seduction target.
See, picks up a highlight. Interesting. We do get the green now, and it's a 51%.
Good start.
And the end of red.
And into a green BB.
Yeah, good pacing here. I mean, just wait for the flirt.
We do talk a bit fast immediately after the BB, but we do not earn the highlight. I think we might have been expected to talk there, and Psycho just taking that talk. Now, if you do hit the green, we should be able to win, since we're not a highlight.
Yeah, there's not much for Gabrio to track. Since Psycho threw in that innocent talk kind of in between, it's not like Gabrio could look at Queen and say, oh, she's only talking every 45 seconds, right? There's kind of a talk in between. Flirt off cooldown. Moment of truth here. Are we going to land the green? We're going to land the green.
6, 5, and we... Oh!
Safety off toggle.
Well, we don't take the shot. He wasn't sure he was finished with flirt.
Yeah, I bet you if that flirt happened closer to maybe the 10-second mark, yeah, it's just there was so much time left on the clock. I think that Gabrio didn't expect him to be finishing flirt at that point.
And he only had 3 talks, and one was. I mean, he could have interpreted that talk after BB as a flirt. But yeah.
Okay, we've got Gabrio on Taft in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Are we in range for a 51% green flirt from here? Doesn't seem like the circles are touching.
Probably 49.
Low light onto one of the twins. Highlight onto Kane, who's talking.
Are we going to ignore Toby here?
No.
Almost ignored. Very long reject there. We don't even pick up a flirt. I wonder if Gabrio's going to be going for some kind of frame, but the seduction target bounces back into position closer, and now I think we can hit the 51. ST does pick up a low light for it.
I mean, the party's kind of narrowed down at its balcony, so lights can be fluent. She does step really close to us, so we could get the 51% flirt, but then we don't have time to finish it anyway, so we need to BB and hope a Civ shot happens.
Yeah, I think Gabrio playing off of last round where Psycho was a little bit trigger happy, he gets no mission progress, just goes for the white BB. I think he's hoping to induce a Civ shot with that here.
Kane talking again after the BB now, so I'm pretty sure Kane's being really watched right now. Now we do get up the highlight for a white test, but other than that, we do get the 51% flirt, but
safety off on Taft. Wow, and Psycho all on top of it. Very surprising considering Taft just had, idled for the first, 70% of that round. So a very surprising shot by Psycho, bringing it back to 5-3. So we're going to be heading out of the doubles and into our singles. Yeah, very, very surprising shot from Psycho. I don't know how he picked up on that. I have a feeling he might just be tapping into what Gabrio's thinking at this point. I feel like when I've played Psycho, he can start to pick up on that stuff after you get a few games in with him.
Mhm. That's good. He definitely has a chance to have a comeback here.
Yeah, easily. Especially if the first single that we're going to head into is Psycho's pick, and he can manage to double it or sweep it.
Yeah.
So he does have a real opportunity. I'm going to hit wait for next. I wanted to see if it would show us the venue. Must be a longer one if they're still in it.
I don't think we need to do the countdown if you're in the waiting screen as well. The game will just automatically start for us, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still going to do the countdown because we can have different loading speeds.
Oh, right. Okay. I think also idling on balcony can be suspicious. Like if you idle long, and just seen talking during the BB or whatever, suspicious as well.
I feel like anything on balcony can be suspicious or not suspicious.
Yeah, it's balcony.
There was that really long ignore. I forgot about that. It was like a 10-second ignore or something.
But that might have not been spotted, at least
Other than
that
that,
much.
I mean, he was talking during white BB and he did the long ignore. Other than that, it would have to just be sykosloth picking up on the fact that Gabrio wanted to bait him into a civ shot by just idling the whole game.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be going into high rise.
This has to be Psycho's pick.
Yeah, I kind of wish we knew the draft now. I didn't care too much at the beginning, but it does kind of change what we're gonna be looking at here. We are gonna have
Right.
Psycho on Smallman. You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm assuming Courtyard was Psycho slot pick then, if this is his pick for a single. We are on center statues, and luckily our seduction target joins us as well, and we can also flirt. 34%.
But are we gonna be able to get the triple inspect with the ST there blocking? We only pick up 2, but we're gonna get the 3 inspect credit.
I
Idling in
mean,
the back convo.
at this point, if you credited the inspects already, you can just go and do them anyway.
Right. You almost even look less suspicious by going to the statues again, because it could be seen as a waste.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Sykosloth apparently is thinking, and he goes back into the center statues. Gabrio zoomed in on the Emma. I don't think he even noticed. Now he noticed that we're leaving the statues.
Yeah, you almost wish you had swap on for this one.
Stepping in for seduction target. Hopefully we hit a green.
We're a highlight. I believe that was just for the inspects.
Yeah. I
Can't...
think we could have flirted before picking the drink.
Oh, I assumed we did. Yeah, that would have been nice.
No, he flirted after taking the drink.
68% flirt, really close.
Yeah, white test. That's okay, we can still get the flirt on our next one if we're closed, even if it's a white. Front convo in a full, we could have just entered and get the last flirt, maybe a BB as well. Stepping in with our double agent.
I wonder if we're going to do anything to mix up this BB or if we're just going to go straight for it. We are pretty covered, and I think almost everybody's in conversation. Back one is a fake. ST splits over to book. We could finish the game here, and I would say we need to get away from the ambassador so we don't get the bug credit. We do have a drink in hand, but who knows if Gabriel will notice that. Why not chase Disney and go for the flirt? Is it on cooldown?
No, I don't. It can't be on cooldown. We've been away from him for a long time. Yeah, we should have just went for the book, sip, or like gulp.
Right.
Yeah, gulp and flirt. Well, luckily
That
for
works.
us, yeah, Disney just joins into us.
Psycho possibly just worried about the flirt pairing. And he's going to pick up the mission win.
Pretty nice. 5-4, if I'm correct.
5-4.
So the comeback is looking real and real.
Yep, close game with Gabrio on twin in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Bit of a redirect to try and chase the ST there.
We don't flirt yet. Now we do. Green test for 44%.
And we're going to instantly bail to go lower the flirt cooldown percentage.
Here the twin picks up a highlight for inspect.
Back over to Duke, however, on the other side.
White test for 77%, so we could finish the flirt from any position now, basically.
Yep, pretty standard high-rise gameplay thus far. Just working on flirt, letting suspicion build on the other AI. Hopefully Gabrio's keeping track of who's finishing inspect. That way he can be sure to include them on his banana bread.
Mm. It seems that Psycho highlights 4 first inspects as well.
Also important to note here that Purloin is off, Fingerprint is on. I think it was the other way last game.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't even notice. Pearls picks up a fingerprint after having a pair of inspect, so we should keep her in the BB if possible. We do, however, finish up the flow with a green test, and we also have a fingerprint. Is that from the drink?
Must be.
Has to be. Oh, okay. Psycho not holding the shot, shooting pearls and finishing inspect while she also had a fingerprint.
Yeah, trigger happy again. I mean, that's. I think. What would Pearls have there? Flirt and inspect. So
And one fingerprint, so at least wait for her to do one more fingerprint, or wait for her to pat close to the amba if you're like that
yeah, I
short.
suppose you could maybe think that you missed a fingerprint or you missed bug, but I mean that's high res. You've got to just be able to trust yourself and wait for that third mission. If you credit, one thing, it's really rough. She does get that briefcase. Yeah, I mean, do you really think that Gabrio in this situation is going to be rushing to finish at 135? Gabrio's probably going to be finishing under the 45-second mark.
Yeah.
But let me make sure I give that point because I almost forgot. So that's going to be 6-4 Gabrio in the lead as we head into the next venue. We don't know what it is yet. So Gabrio securing himself the tie at least. Psycho will have to sweep the next map to actually get the tie for himself. A very close game. I mean, there's no rematches in their division, right? Like they're only going to play each other once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a rematch between these two. I mean, a couple. That's what the third civ shot for Psycho. A little bit more
Yeah.
discipline on his sniper, and he could easily take this. Not easily, but it would be a lot closer.
Yeah. Could be nerves. Could be an off day for him.
It happens. I felt like I had an off day when I was playing OP. Not an off day. I had a game plan going in, and I didn't follow my game plan.
Yeah, it can happen. Just not being on your A game in the moment.
All right, we're heading into Redwoods as the last venue with sykosloth on Oprah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, playing it. Starting out at the front right conversation, not much going on here. We are going to be able to go to our ST before his idle animation resets to pick up a flirt for 51%.
Okay, start. 51% flirt at the start of Redwoods is good. It's a venue that it feels like you can do much, but like it's actually kind of hard to finish if you don't have a good pace.
Yeah, you've still got to pace yourself. And I'm really weird about bug on this venue. It seems like it's really easy, but I think there's a couple spots where you would be tempted to go for a bug, but the sniper is going to easily see it.
Yeah, yeah. I think bugs easier on Tayan 100% rather than on Redwoods. Redwoods, you gotta kind of know a bit what you're doing,
Mhm.
and if you're visible, leaning for the bug or taking the bug. We could go next to our ST here and flirt and contact. We decide not to though.
We're going to pick up our single inspect outside. Looks like Gabrio's guarding Taft pretty heavily, looking for
Yeah,
bug.
he seems like he's afraid of bug.
You almost just want to
So
credit bug on this map and watch for other stuff.
yeah, and we do have decent progress. We have one inspect we could finish at books, and we have a fingerprint. And if there's the fingerprint left at the green book, I'm not sure if someone smudged it. We finish up inspect and fingerprint here.
No fingerprint, but we are going to take the inspects. Fingerprint going down on the statue that we've already inspected. We could go back there to pick it up at the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Since we should be credited inspect finish, though we didn't even get the highlight for finishing inspect, so Gabrio might not be on top of us at all.
I don't think he's highlighting for inspects on this one. I believe he was doing bar
And the
highlights
end of
for
red.
drink.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Journal picks up the low light for being out. And
And
shot onto Twin.
yeah, very.
Interesting.
He was Twin was the only highlight for most of the game, um, or at least rather the second half of the game. I think he was the only one that had an active drink. But a preemptive shot by Gabrio. I mean, I don't think Twin had 4 missions on the board.
No, definitely not. Though he did leave the BB pretty fast, and he was a highlight, so he was kind of in the sniper's face that, hey, I BB'd and left. Was
Yeah,
it a white for Twin?
it was. It looks very suspicious, but again, that's one of those reasons why as sniper you want to hold your shot in case you're wrong and try to get a good mission count. Because I don't think I mean, Purloin had, if he's the only one that has a drink and the guest list isn't gone, you don't see him sending anyone, let the BB split go and just watch him, right? He's still
Yeah,
got to do something in your face to win.
yeah, definitely. Now we'll see if sykosloth can hold his nerves and not do a Civ shot. At some point, he secures for himself the tie.
Is there any way on free camera we can go? Yeah, I want to take a look and see what Twin. So he does get the inspect. He finishes inspect actually. Grabs drink. Could have gotten a reverse drive by here. He could be crediting that. He was sipping at the time, but the Amba does path right by. So inspect, bug, contact, and
And so just being credited.
yeah, seduce credit. So rough shot to take. I mean, that's one of the hard parts of Redwoods. Is you've just got to be really sure about a lot of those things, about the bug, about the seduce, and there's just so many people that you have to track. Let's see if he was looking at the reverse drive by. Twin does sip right at the time, so his hand pokes out a little bit.
And the
That
end of
I
red.
suppose could be mistaken for a reverse drive-by bug. Waiting for the last round, 6-5. How do you feel if you're Psycho in this situation where you're very close to securing the tie and you're on Sniper, which you usually feel good about, but it's on Redwoods?
I felt like this with spread monkeys. I just had to sweep ballroom for a tie. It's it's pretty rough. It's like, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting to tie, so I was kind of like, yeah, okay, he's gonna win. I'm just gonna play how I can and just go from there. So if he's relaxed, it might be better for him, in my opinion. I feel like if you're stressing and you're putting so much pressure onto this last game, you might
Might miss shoot. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna have the iconic Disney or what else do we call him? Walt, Disney, and I think
James
it's
Bond apparently
James
lately. Some
Bond.
people call
Yeah.
him Bond.
All right, so we've got it loaded up, and we're going to be starting it in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Andrew Ryan, I think we used to call him.
Andrew Ryan.
Yeah. I call him Disney.
Yeah, same. It's just I got used to Disney and I can't call him anything else. We're idling a bit with our double agent. Our seduction is at the bar right now. General picks up a highlight for having a book and a pair of inspects.
Yeah, and if you're Gabrio here, you're hoping to be noticed with Rocker for so long and no banana bread is going off, so that it kind of lowers your suspicion for getting real BB. But with the venue being Redwoods, it's probably not something he's picking up on because there's just so much else
Going
going
on.
on. Yeah, you have to watch that.
Now Oprah has the book as well, yet she's not a highlight. Twin has the book and the fingerprint right now. He's also a highlight. We're really taking our time here, not doing anything. We're just watching the party. It feels like Gabrio's gonna frame rather than
Any
go
other
for
red?
mission win.
We do pick up the real BB.
It's real for General as well. He's inside the BB combo.
And at this point, Psycho has probably noticed that Disney's been standing in that back convo for the entire game.
Yeah, Irish picks up a highlight for being at bar. Not many lowlights taken from sykosloth here.
Yeah, he's playing it very safe. I think Gabrio is just gonna idle until like the very end and then try to rush down.
Yeah, we've idled so much here. Now we're going into the bar to pick up a delegate and a
Fingerprint.
fingerprint since there's one available.
Yep, good soft tail progress, especially if we're trying to work that game plan of idling.
Now, if Gabrio's aware, he might go and delegate to General here. Even though he has the book.
Head back into our ST, probably work on flirt. With the one fingerprint, we are in a position to go for a soft tail finish. I mean, we can get seduce, fingerprint, and then we don't have enough time to inspect, so we're gonna have to get a hard tail.
Yeah, we have under 1 minute left. We do get the green 51% flirt.
I think maybe
But
you just delegate to your ST here so that the cooldown gets started for you, and you get the Purloin mission done. While that's
honest,
happening, go get another fingerprint.
I don't see Gabrio finishing here. But that's just me. We do delegate, but it might not take. Pearls and Irish are ahead.
Yeah, a longer
Actually,
line. So I think this is going to come down to, is Psycho going to stiff shot again? Can he learn from his past mistakes on these other venues and wait for one of these characters to show 4 missions on the board?
yeah. Purloin timer expired, so our ST does not take the Purloin, and we have 13 seconds left on the clock. No bug, only 51% flirt,
Yeah,
and it looks like a timeout.
if that Purloin had gone off, it would have really tempted Psycho to shoot.
Yeah, he does not have to right now.
Seduce into time ad. Watch check
It's
lands. Highlights
and
Disney.
we get the highlight. We should lowlight Twin here. It's on camera that he couldn't have possibly time added.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people he could lowlight. I think he's just very laser focused on
Yeah,
watching Disney. I think he's very
yeah,
certain that it was Disney, but he wasn't looking elsewhere, and he wants to be really sure with the last round on the line here. At this point, he knows all he has to do is watch Disney because he's not even close to 4 missions. We do get a really good briefcase redirect. What
we
is
do,
Gab?
but we're still being followed. So Psychoslot's not letting us out of the hand. We do time out again.
It is going to
Green
be a
tech,
green.
which is good. We have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I think Sykosloth is not going to shoot on the green because he could think it was from before and he's just now noticing it or something of that nature.
Yeah, at this point he has to know this is a timeout. This cannot be anything pending, and we are gonna hear the beeps when on finish. So really good hold from Psycho. They're not, shooting.
We're going to go for a bug. We do go for the lean. He's going to go for the shot. Just wait. There's no beep beeps. Wait for him to stop. We do go for the shot a little bit delayed, and that's going to be Psycho tying the set. 6-6
Really
in the
good,
end there.
really really strong comeback from Psycho there.
Yeah, good job holding from Psycho. He had a lot of civ shots early in the game for taking some preemptive shots on AIs that were being suspicious, but this game he kind of learned from his past mistakes and held and waited for Gabrio to make a move.
Congrats to both players and especially Psycho for the really nice comeback there.
Yeah, good
really managed.
gameplay. Good gameplay by both. I mean, they both played pretty well, especially once they kind of got warmed up and halfway into the set. Gabrio was doing very well out of the gate, but Psycho took a
Yeah.
little bit to warm up.
Yeah, it just looked like Gabrio was expecting a frame here, honestly, and seeing that nothing was happening, no shot coming, he had to just start rushing.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats to both players getting the tie. Loris, thank you for joining me, and it was fun.